What it do? Welcome to another episode of the Ultimate 216 Show. I'm Earl of Pearl. That's Tyvis Powell. Y'all know the vibes. If you woke up this morning, you already won. I hope you are doing something right now that your future self will thank you for. We got a packed show. We're going to introduce two new segments to you: Around Town, Fair or Foul. And of course, we're going to start off with reacting to what Kevin Stefanski had to say at his press conference earlier today. Tyvis, Fair or Foul on the fly. Better Cleveland R&B singer. No, fair or foul. Gerald Levert is a better singer from the city of Cleveland than Avant.
That's fair.
Like, you damn right.
That's fair. Yeah,
that's fair.
I might like Avant's music a little bit better, but if you're talking about just pure off of singing, yeah, I'm going with Gerald Levert for sure.
I think it's a fact that everybody around our age, men around our age, we ride to like the classic R&B at night when we by ourselves. Is that safe to say?
I ride the classic R&B at night, now, morning, day. If you get in the whip with me, you listening to some 90s and 2000s R&B for sure.
Big facts, man. Let's get into the show. It's a good time to let you know that today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. The NFL season is here. FanDuel is making sure you're ready for kickoff with can't-miss offers. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. I like to use my bonus bets on an anytime touchdowns. It's my favorite thing, prop bet to bet. So, are you ready to play? Download the FanDuel app now by visiting FanDuel.com/UCSS to get started. That's FanDuel.com/UCSS to place your first $5 bet. So, Kevin Stefanski spoke to the media earlier today, and it kind of came off same old. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of set myself up for the woo this time because I should have known better, right? Like, I really went into the day thinking Kevin Stefanski is gonna tell us clear cut who QB2 is on this team, but instead he did not. Man, I got two screenshots. This is what Zach Jackson tweeted out after the press conference. He said, first, the Flacco trade took them by surprise. They called us, happened very fast. As far as week 2 QB goes, still working through all roster type things. With young players, I'm always mindful of their development. Let the week play out and make a decision on that. Then he followed up with this. Asked about practice reps this week for the potential QB2. Need to work through it all. Really like the guys we have. Just need to work through it. Kevin Stefanski essentially said nothing, so he leave us room to speculate. How frustrating is this for you or for the fan base? Like, when you hear constantly kind of Kevin put himself in situations that it create more questions than answers. How does that make you feel?
I'm not frustrated. I mean, I understand why the average fan might be frustrated by it, but I'm not, because like, I know him. Like, you kind of know him. You know what Kevin says a lot without saying a lot. Like, if you know him and you just know his tendencies and how he talks, you absolutely can read straight through the lines of what this is saying. Like, he's literally saying Bailey Zappe's going to be the quarterback too, because he wants to trust. He has his mind made up of what Shedeur Sanders needs to be successful in this league, and he wants to stick to that process no matter what. So to me, essentially, this is looking like a red shirt type year for him, but he might get like the last 1 or 2 games. That's kind of how this thing has been playing out. That's how they've been going about it. If you listen to Jason, if you listen to Zach, if you listen to anybody that covers the Browns, they continuously tell you that Shedeur is clearly at the bottom of the depth chart, and they're not hiding it. You know, it's just something, and it's not fair because us fans want to see him out there, but clearly there's something that he's not doing, or he's not grasping, or something's going on to where they're not trusting that he's ready to go out there, and they don't want to put him out there if they feel he's not truly ready. Now, everybody will go back to the preseason games, you know, against the Carolina Panthers. But again, that was against the twos. You know, that was against the twos, and that's against the Carolina Panthers team, who's obviously not doing that well this season. So, you know, it's not a lot of stock there. I just thought that it just showed that he could throw a really good ball. He can thread the needle in tight windows and things like that. But then the Rams game is the one, again, that one's more detrimental because nobody on that he played is on the team. I don't even know if anybody he played with is on the team, but that's not the point there. The fact that he looked that bad against that terrible of competition is the red flag that everybody keeps ignoring, and we don't want to ignore it. Again, I'm with everybody else. I'm ready to throw my wrist up too, but for some odd reason, they see something in him that they feel like he's not ready, and they don't care what the fan base is saying. They just don't want to put him out there because they don't feel he's ready. But I think that we're going to see him eventually because the fact that the owner has said that you will see him at some point in this season. So we will see him. But I think this Sunday and for a couple of weeks, they probably going to roll Bailey Zappe at quarterback too.
All right. So for me, it's a lot to unpack from what you just said. I kind of go backwards. I agree with the fact that if he's not listening to the fan base and he's focusing on going about it his way, then that's what you should be doing as a head coach. Because if you start listening to us, you're going to be sitting next to us. That's just the facts, right? But like, bro, to me, it's like, okay, if you know Bailey Zappe is your backup quarterback, if you feel more comfortable with him being a veteran, like for whatever reasons that you have, I feel like you do yourself and everybody else some service by just coming out and saying that, right? Like you leave so much room for speculation and what ifs or people for people to create whatever narrative by not just keeping it real. And I ain't saying that he need to come out here and be all the way transparent about what's what, but it's almost like, man, you welcome the drama. We gonna talk about it. We gonna write about it. It's gonna be people out here that's gonna spin it, create whatever narrative that they have based on whatever agenda that they already have. And I just feel like personally, as the head coach of this team, you can do yourself and your team some favors, man, by just being more forthcoming about what your plan is. Because
that's not fair though. Because
why not?
Who's to say that he's not having those conversations? So, like, okay, let's say this. Let's say you and I had a disagreement, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you and I talked about it behind closed doors. And when I went out in the public and they asked me about it, I said very little to nothing about it. But then you see people come out and make up their own stories. Would that bother you? Because it's like but you know the real, you know what it is because you and I have already talked about it. So would you even care that people come out with their own narratives?
I kind of get triggered a lot. So I'm keeping it a buck. Like I would probably be annoyed, but like said, let's use the same scenario. I could be transparent without telling you nothing. Me and Tyvis talk, everything cool. So if we go about it that way, if they paint whatever picture they want to paint behind that, I at least gave you something that you can really stamp. We talk, everything is cool. Everything I gave you is accurate information. Everything I gave you is fact.
Put the quote back up again from Zach.
Which one? Quote 1 or quote 2?
The first one. Put the first one back up. There it is, right there. The last quote at the bottom. Still working through all roster type things. With young players, I'm always mindful of their development. Let the week play out and make a decision later on. That tells you right there. Like, that's telling you exactly. He's not going to be quarterback too.
So maybe I'm naive. Maybe I just put it.
Told you the answer. You just don't want to hear it. That's what it is.
Maybe I should. Maybe like I'm looking for Ken. Like, okay, I see what you said. I can read between the lines.
Yeah,
but it's like, bro, stop playing. Just say it, bro.
I don't see that.
Do you agree with it? Let's say hypothetically, though, that's his decision, right? But no, before we get to that point, because a lot on today's show, and if y'all missed today's show, go check it out. It was lit. Let's say Shedeur is not ready. And I thought about this a lot. Because when you disengage emotionally and you separate fact from your own personal feelings, it can do you some justice, especially us who do this job.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about a few things. Like, it's two sides to every coin. On one side of the coin, as a fan or just a person with common sense, I want to believe that nobody inside the Cleveland Browns organization is going to operate like I'm a cut my nose to spite myself, right? Like just to save face, right? That's not how they strike me as people who move. If Shedeur Sanders is the person that gives you the best opportunity to win, jobs is on the line, etc., why would you not put him out there if it's going to benefit you and your team, right? And so it's like, okay, could he very well not be ready to play right now? And even if he is not ready to play, that's okay. But I guess what I have a hard time wrapping my mind around, and maybe you can help me on this, is I go back to the preseason when Andrew Berry was like, he's learning a brand new language, right? It's like asking him to speak fluid Mandarin or something like that on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, in his last 2 years at Colorado, Pat Shurmur was his OC.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's say he's not ready. I don't think that's totally on Shedeur if that's the case, because essentially what you're saying is Deion Sanders runs a program at Colorado, and his offensive coordinator are not equipped to get quarterbacks ready for the next level of play, which is the NFL. I just find it hard to believe, basically, that you had a former head coach, NFL head coach, former NFL offensive coordinator as your OC, and like, is this hard to catch on? That makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. But I'm gonna take you back to something that Tom Brady said. Tom Brady was asked, I don't know if it was a year ago or 2 years ago, and he basically was talking about why young quarterbacks struggle. Why is it that we seeing these young guys come into the league and they're not ready to play right away? Why does it take so long for them to figure it out? And he had a lot. Obviously, one of his reasons was these guys are jumping program to program and all of those things, but he really went in on the coaching. He said the development of players is not as good as it once was. For example, like if you look at colleges nowadays, like some coaches it's different. They got the headsets now, but a lot of programs took the thinking out for quarterbacks. You ever watch a college game and the team gets up to the line, and then the whole team, they fake the snap, and then the whole team look to the sideline?
They look to the sideline.
Everybody look to the sideline. That's telling you that the quarterback can't process things. So the coach has to look at what the thing is and then put them in the right formation and tell them what to do, because the quarterback isn't going through those things. I personally think that's a huge disservice. I'm not saying that's what happened in Colorado, because it wasn't. I don't recall them doing that. I'm just giving you an example of how quarterbacks are not being prepared properly.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, to fast forward to Shedeur, I think that Shedeur, like, I'm not gonna say Pat Shurmur didn't teach him the same thing, because they say Kevin learned under Pat Shurmur, but things change. Languages change. Maybe that worked. Maybe they said it in a way that he could get it in Colorado, but in the NFL, it's not. I'm about to tell it to a way you can get it. It's you need to learn my way. So maybe It's not like Shedeur things like that, but maybe he just don't understand. Like, we called it this, but they call it that, and I'm struggling with that. I'm just pulling for straws here, but that's something that could be a thing. I just think that Shedeur just got to continue to do what he's doing. Just go in there, and I think that the reason that Kevin is so hesitant, honestly, the reason why I believe Kevin's so hesitant to put the Shedeur in is because of the DTR. The way the DTR thing panned out, this was their 5th round pick. We threw him in there. He wasn't ready, and his career is done because of that. He never bounced back. And I think Kevin is so scarred from doing that he refuses to do it again. And if he got to be painted as the villain, he's going to sit there and take them bullets, because he's not about to put this man in there if he truly in his heart don't feel that guy is ready. Because this is the thing. This is the part that I don't understand. So from a fan base, why wouldn't the Browns want Shedeur to be the guy? They would want him to be the guy. You know how much money and how many
Money
people,
in the bank.
how much people will come to the game, how much national attention you get. You will want this guy to be the guy. So if they not put them on the field, it's not because they have a narrative against him. It's because he's not ready. Like, that's the way I look at it, because there's no reason why you wouldn't want this guy to be the guy. Like, you know how much comes with that? Like, all the attention, prime time games, all of that. You would get all of that if he became a starting quarterback.
So I think, like, to your point, it does speak to a bigger issue, because as you was talking, like, how many college games I done seen, and they looking over to the sideline, and sometimes they got like cue cards held up. Like, yeah, like they got cue cards held up in the whole 9. But like, I've heard a lot of podcasts lately talk about the language and being adaptive, right? And how simplifying football so you can play faster. And a lot of coaches have this mentality to where I'm gonna teach you my way. You got to learn it my way. And I'm not saying like I'm trying to give the players a pass for like not trying to be adaptive to the learning style, but I feel like as a leader, like you gotta be adaptive too. And in order to sometimes to kind of like to get the best out of people, you got to get on their level. Like we both got kids, right? So like sometimes I've been 17 before. My daughter ain't never been 37. So sometimes I kind of got to get on her level to simplify my message if I want to get through to her. That might be too strong enough of an analogy, but I feel like not just Kevin Stefanski, it's a lot of coaches out here that got this language to their playbook or the sophistication to their offense. And if they know players are not being developed like they once used to, then why not simplify everything so it's not so much you thinking, you just read and react, and you can play faster.
I think that if Shedeur Sanders was the guy, like let's say that Bailey Zappe wasn't on the roster, and let's say Dillon Gabriel got hurt, Kevin wouldn't have a choice but to do that. But because he's not quarterback one right now, he's not my priority right now, especially in season. This is some off-season stuff that we talking about. You can do that. You have time to sit down and explain it in a way that he get it. But during the season, I have to get the team ready to go. So I don't have time to just go talk to the second string or third string quarterback to make sure he's ready. Like that. That's like, I understand that. Like I understand that from a football standpoint. Like I ain't got time to be really sitting there talking to the backup. Like I'm trying to get the starter ready to go. And on top of that, in this case, it's another rookie that I'm trying to get ready to go. So like I don't have time to sit down and try to teach Shedeur these things. So I can't fault Kevin for that. Like that's part of the business.
No, like I guess like that wasn't even necessarily just to Kevin. It's
that's an assistant coach that need to do that.
Because it's like, man, you look around the league and it's like, man, this ain't just a Cleveland problem. That's a problem everywhere. But as we move on, y'all let us know what y'all think, man. Did Kevin Stefanski's vague answer show you that he's keeping his options open, or that the Browns still don't have a plan at the backup QB? Remember, like, subscribe to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. Ring the bell to stay into the know of everything we got going on. Also, Sunday, October 11th, we are doing a live Browns post-game show from Sweet Pork Wilson's. It's going to be me, Mikey McNuggets, and G. Bush. Pull up on us, man. We'll be there watching the game, going live at the 2-minute warning, eating some good food. Might even have a shot or two. I'm just saying. Just saying.
You getting that new hen from Brian?
No, man. I don't drink cognac. I drink tequila or whiskey.
You don't drink that dark?
Nah. Dangerous situation right there, man. Don't nothing good come from that, man. Don't nothing good come from that. So we decided to kind of bring our own little variation of no fence riders or pick or choose. It's a game that everybody know. I call it fair or foul. It's one of those things to where it's like you got Pepsi and Coke. They taste similar. They just kind of call it their own thing. That's what we do here with fair or foul. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick a game. Right now we in football season, so we're going to use the Browns-Steelers game week 6. It might be a Cavs game that's on later on that night when the season started. You never know. And we're going to come up with like 3 or 4 impact questions, and we're going to ask fair or foul, give a short assessment of why we answered the way we answered. Are you ready?
Just roll.
All right. Number 1. The Browns come to Pittsburgh with a 21-game regular season losing streak in the city of Pittsburgh. The last time they beat the Steelers there was October 5th, 2003. The score was 33-13. Fair or foul? The Browns snapped the streak this week in Pittsburgh.
I mean, from what all the information that we got going on right now is foul. It's very foul. However, I can't ignore the fact that in football, especially NFL football, on any given Sunday, any team can beat any team. But it doesn't look good for us. I'm going to go with foul right now.
Yeah, man. When I read this stat, I called 2 people to double check to make sure, like, you know, like I wasn't getting false internet information here. Like that's crazy. October 5th is my daughter's birthday, man. But she was born out 2011. That's wild. 2003, bro. You know what was going on? That Brian started his career in 03, bro.
Bro, we haven't won in Pittsburgh in 21 years. Well, that's not true. We won the
Yeah,
playoff.
that's
But
what I said. Regular season.
outside of that, that's pathetic. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's pathetic. All good things must come to an end at some point, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go file myself, man. It seems like we got a lot of drama going on over here in Cleveland. We don't really know what's what. And Pittsburgh, like they coming off a bye week. Mike Tomlin had a week of film on a rookie quarterback. I just don't think this is gonna be the week that the Cleveland Browns snap that streak. But you know, there's always next year, as they say, it's always next year. Number 2, Quinshon Judkins became the first player in Browns history with at least 70 yards from scrimmage in each of his first 4 games. Mike Tomlin called him a complete back. Fair or foul? Judkins gained 70 yards from scrimmage on Sunday against the Steelers.
That's fair. That's gonna happen. I mean, they gonna spam him, and you know, Steelers defense has gotten better over the past couple of weeks, but at the beginning of the season, they were not the steel curtain. And one thing the Browns can do effectively, at least decently, is run the ball. And Quinshon got an attitude to him, so I can definitely see him getting 70 yards.
No, same here, man. Like Quinshon is a straight up beast, bro. Like I don't really know how else to put it. Like he's a rookie running back. He's very patient when he run the ball. He's a physical runner. He can run inside, outside. I think he can be a 3-down back, truthfully. I think he got the physicality and the size to be able to pick up on a pass blocking. I mean, he played at Ohio State. I believe he got a high football IQ. Right now, without a doubt, Quinshon Judkins is our overall best player on offense. That's an easy, fair.
No, easy money. Yeah.
Easy money. Number 3, Dillon Gabriel threw for 190 yards and 2 tutties in his NFL debut. The Steelers defense allows around 260-yard passing yards per game, while the Browns have not topped 200 yards passing since week 1. The irony, Joe Flacco threw for 290 yards against his current team, the Cincinnati Bengals. Fair or foul? Dillon Gabriel will crack 200 yards passing versus the Steelers this Sunday.
This is a tough question. This is a tough question. Is Joey Porter Jr. gonna still be out? Because
I think Joey Porter Jr. is playing this week. I think they're getting back this week. I can double check while you ask.
Yeah, he ain't getting it. Yeah. With our tackle situation too, he ain't getting it.
Nope. We got a report here from NBC Sports 23 hours ago. Arrow is pointing up for the return of Alex Highsmith, Joey Porter Jr., and Jaylen Warren against the Cleveland Browns. So we just get to try everybody come back.
He gonna throw for about $170, $160, $170.
Yeah, I'm gonna go foul on that as well. Listen, man, the offense is just too conservative. I think it was like 4.8 yards per play that he averaged last week. He was 2 for 10 on air yards that traveled over 10 yards. And like you talk about the tackle play, I just feel like Kevin Stefanski is going to do what he did last week to protect his rookie quarterback, put him in a situation to where he can be serviceable and just move the chain some. So it's going to be hard to come about them yards this upcoming Sunday in Pittsburgh. Let's get to number 4 on this. This one should be a good one. Of Myles Garrett's 13 career sacks in 14 games against the Steelers, 5 of those sacks have come in the city of Pittsburgh. He's had 3 multi-sack games at home, but none on the road. So fair or foul, Myles Garrett records a multi-sack game on Sunday in the city of Pittsburgh. It's the long pause. He think he the Rock.
You know what? He gonna have to. He gonna have to. If they want a chance to win this game, he gonna have to. And A-Rod is getting older. He got a little juice to him. He still can move around a little bit, but he ain't gonna be able to outmaneuver Myles. So I'm gonna say 1.5 count as a multi-sack.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's go. Let's go 1.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with fair for the same reasons, man. Aaron Rodgers just can't move like that. I know for the last 2 games, I felt like the opposing coach has done a good job of kind of neutralizing Myles Garrett. I think last week he had like 1 pressure. You know, I thought Kevin O'Connell did a good job of scheming that up, but This is a division rival. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and these are the type of games that Myles Garrett get up for. And plus, that defensive front that he's playing with is better than at any other point in his career. So I'm gonna say fair. He get a multi-sack game. I'm gonna up your 1.5 to 2 sacks.
I know he gonna go off at this game. I'm gonna tell you why. Did you see the Juan Thornhill and Cam Hayward video I sent to the group chat where they asked who's better between Myles and TJ, and Juan said TJ is better?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh man, I said, dude on dog food, dude, he on food for that. So Myles is definitely gonna turn up because every time they play each other, it's like beef. So he definitely gonna turn up and have a multi-sack game.
Hey, you know how like in American Gangster, anytime somebody disrespected Denzel, he just say, "My man, my man." My man. All right, man. One more segment to go, man. Again, subscribe to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. We got all the Ultimate shows jumping off on a Wednesday. You probably done already watched the Ultimate Cavs. You're watching the Ultimate 216 show now. In an hour from now, Tyvis, you, Dustin Fox, y'all gonna shoot the Ultimate Buckeye show. What's coming up? What's on tap?
We just previewing the Illinois game, talking about Ohio State's defense, offense, what we expect to see, what challenges that Illinois poses, and, how does Ohio State stack up around the rest of the teams around the country? Is there really a big gap between them, Miami and Oregon, or is that just the national narrative?
There it is, man. Make sure y'all check that out. 6 p.m. on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show YouTube channel. So, as a couple dudes from the inner city of Cleveland, and we trying to find some new structure to the show, y'all let us know what y'all think. We're going to call this Around Town. Basically, we find 2 or 3 things that's either sports, entertainment, or culture, and we just kind of throw them out there, and we just share whatever random thought that we have that jump in our head. The first one, couple cats, man, OG and somebody currently in the game making headways, man. Cleveland is a prime spot for the music scene at times. Tonight, Ice Cube, yay. No Vaseline.
Hey,
probably one of the best diss songs ever. But Ice Cube was performing tonight live at Rocket Arena. This Saturday, Kevin Gates will be here at Rocket Arena performing live. Thoughts on Ice Cube and Kevin Gates coming to our city to put on the show this week?
That's love, man. Cube. Obviously, everybody been fans of Cube for a long time with the NWA and then him going solo. It's nice that he pulling up to the city. I feel like I never really seen him in Cleveland like that. All that west side stuff. He finally making his way to the east or to the Midwest.
Like I can't quote many Ice Cube lyrics, but I can quote an Ice Cube line from any movie you want in a heartbeat.
Listen, is he playing the old bangers? Is he playing Good Day and Check Yourself and No Vaseline?
I could quote those. I could quote the ones that everybody know, but I can't go through his. I ain't gonna act like I can go through his catalog and just go
America's Host.
Yeah, but it's funny though because it's like you think about his movie lines, like either they don't know, don't show.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I'm excited for that. And Kevin Gates is a dude that I'm like I listen to his music, but that ain't he wild, bro. Dude. Dude be out of line sometimes. But it's like sometimes he one of them people like I be feeling what he be saying sometimes, but then there's other times. So I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like that. Like the Brian thing, like the Savannah thing. Like,
yeah, I understand that, man.
Come on, man. So if people want to go see, when I go see Kevin Gates, yeah, do I know some songs? Sure, he got some bangers, but that ain't nothing that I'm pressed to go see.
I don't really disagree with you. Second one, this one right here, man. Bro, we got to give it up, bro. We got to let it go. So apparently, the city of Cleveland is suing ODOT over stadium permits, man, claiming it wrongly issued a construction permit tied to the Browns' new stadium. It could delay or reshape the team's lakefront relocation. The city just don't want to let this go, bro. They're trying to find any and every loophole, period. And I'm laughing, bro. But before you go, you know what pisses me off about this? Man, y'all got money to file all these lawsuits, man. Like the homeless problem is real. Like the people not being able to have food in the city of Cleveland, that's real. Take that money and do something for your people, man, and let Jimmy Haslam and them folks be, bro. You fighting a battle that you not gonna win.
I don't understand. He paying for it, ain't he? Like, listen, man. It is what it is at this point. Like, let it go. Like, we need to talk about what we're gonna do with the stadium. Knock it down. We're gonna make it a nice lakefront. Let's talk about cleaning the lakes. Let's talk about the homeless. Let's talk about feeding the poor. Let's talk about that, man. Like, if that man taking his own money and he buying and doing that stuff, I know we're supposed to be giving what, like 600,000 or something, 600 million or something like that, and he's supposed to be paying 600 million towards whatever happens with the old stadium. So basically he paying the money back. Like, it's over with, bro. Like, the dome is what it is. Like, let's just move on.
It's over. Finally, it's over. Finally, tomorrow night, man, from 7 to 11 p.m. at the Great Lakes Science Center, there will be something called the Best of Cleveland Party. I believe this is a party that's hosted by Cleveland Scene Magazine. It's an annual celebration. People like DJ EV, Bad Juju Cleveland, Hayden Grove. Y'all all know Hayden Grove will be performing. It's going to be over 75 local vendors there showcasing the city's top food, drinks, and culture. Tickets range from $70 to $120. And they say right now it is near a sellout. That sounds like it's a cool event.
No, it is. I like the fact that it's got like the Cleveland artists in there. Look at Hayden, man. Hayden doing this thing.
Hayden's making some moves.
DJ EV. It's
It's lit, bro. You know, you're going to have vendors like No Fork there. You probably going to have Sub City up in that joint. Like,
hold on. If they go pull like artists like that, then I need like royalty camp. I need Pugutta. I need Corey Bates. I need Fat Al.
We need all of Bossberg.
All of Bossberg up in there. Like, we gonna do it. Let's do it right. Shoot.
Hey, can you imagine if Corey Bates came in? It's the Corey Bates.
Oh my God. Get drunk. Hey, they ever put an event like that? I'm coming. I'm calling off work next day. I'm definitely pulling up to that.
I need to hear Hayden Grove sing because we stay balling.
He don't know nothing about no because we stay balling, but he don't fold, passing tissue. He don't know nothing about that, man.
Shout out to my homie Blows, man. Hey, Bossberg is having an event too on the 17th at the Beachland right there on Waterloo, man. So shout out to him. Shout out to Bossberg, bro. They've been going hard since we was like in 7th, 8th grade. They've been doing this, bro. Yeah. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to y'all for watching. Y'all know the vibes, man. Thanks for always tuning in to the Ultimate 216 show. Be great, spread love. Remember, being great come with a price. Spread love is priceless. Till next week, I'm Earl of Pearl. That's Typus Powell. We out. Peace.